Hi, this is Tim Parker with Temptation Baits here with another tackle tip. I did receive a couple of emails wondering if I was still doing videos because I did not post one last month. Unfortunately, my camera person is at school working on their psychology degree, so had to wait till she came home to work the camera for me. The tip I have for you today is primarily for using artificial baits. Okay, this tip will work with mud minnows, finger mullet down south in the salt water. They'll even work on for leeches that the walleye fishermen use up north. And here on my home lake of Lake Sidney Lanier, during the wintertime, colder months, we do a lot of striper fishing, and we primarily use jumbo shiners or rainbow trout. Now, if you use rainbow trout, they have to be purchased from a local bait store, and you must have the receipt in the boat with you while you're fishing. One of the problems that you have with fishing any live bait is the bait coming off the hook, and say you're fishing a downline and you don't even know it, but you're fishing with a bare hook. The reason being is, now when I use rainbow trout, which I prefer for stripers, I always use a circle hook, which will allow for the fish starts pulling, and the hook, as by design, will usually go to the corner of the mouth and keep the fish from being hooked too deep and not being able to be released to be caught another day. The tip that I have, and I'm going to be using a 4-inch Temptation swim bait, just as an example, and this really doesn't matter where we hook them typically either through the nose or through the bottom lip and through one nostril. You can hook any of these, the samples that I mentioned, through the back, underneath the belly, so that they'll have that swimming up action. But I'm gonna show you this example going by hooking through the nose of a rainbow trout. All right. Now, what happens is, after you put the hook in there, okay, you've created a hole. When the fish is working for you, gets spooked by a fish being near it, it's going to move around and make that hole even bigger, and in a lot of cases allow the bait to actually come off of the hook. Now, what I do is I will take a regular hole punch, and you typically use any plastic lid. I like to use something, let's say a Pringles plastic top, because it's clear. And what I will do is, here, I'm going to rig the rainbow trout as such, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little round piece of plastic, I'm going to put that on and stick it through and past the barb. And this is not going to hinder the bait's action at all, but it's going to make it a bigger hole to hold it in place. Okay? And what that's going to do, like I said, it's not going to hinder the bait's movement at all. It's just going to give something to keep it on the hook even better. And these can be reused, but they really don't cost much of anything. I keep mine typically in a little Altoid thing like this, and as you see, you just cut a bunch out at one time. You can probably get 50 out of one Pringles top, and just keep them in any little container. They also make very good things to hold a stinger hook on a spinnerbait, because a spinnerbait stinger hook has a larger eye You just put it over the hook, then you put one of these little pieces of plastic on there, and then your stinger hook will stay on and work freely. And I hope this helps you, and try it. It's save you a lot of money and a lot less wasted time on the water fishing with a bare hook. Okay? Temptation baits. Who said fishing was fair?